Facebook, Amazon, Twitch and Twitter, and your mom. Making the internet a better place. Oh, it used to be shady, it used to be hectic, it used to be so dang eclectic. Not anymore, those days are gone. Thanks to Google, Facebook, and Amazon, Twitch and Twitter, and your mom, it's finally safe to log on. It's finally safe, I don't have to put my gloves on. There's nothing very scary, we cap the hate, but careful what you say that might incriminate, cause we'll circulate it to your job. Hope you don't like your job. I use Facebook to check up on my former friends, and Amazon to buy my shit. Get mushy delivered to my posh. That's where it belongs. I use Twitter mainly to argue with strangers, but there's no danger, no, there's no danger. If they mess with me, I'll call the cops. And then look at your Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon. Maybe you've been buying stuff that builds a bomb. Maybe you've been lying, maybe you've been wrong. And we'll find it, we'll find it. Have it on Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon. We'll hunt it down and then we'll spread it around. And that ain't what you want in this climate. You're flying. Thanks Google, Facebook, and Amazon. You made the internet a perfect place for us to say whatever you want. It's what you say, every word I say is spoken for. And we don't deserve you, but we just let you serve you. Won't you plug us into the machine and let our bodies beat as one and join our brain with Jeff Bezos.
Good song. Very good song. I am a weasel, as you can see. And so I figured today I catch up. Normally these are going to be on Monday, 3 o'clock. But convention happened, so, you know, put a little bit of a delay on things. So, where to start? Where to begin? Oh yeah, the movie I helped kickstarted, has a trailer. Let's check that out. Legend of the White Dragon with Jason David Frank, also known as the Green Ranger. It's amazing to me because things like this would not have been possible so not too long ago.
Dragon, also known as Eric Reed,
has been buffered. Whoa. You okay there, Google?
also known as Eric Reed, has been discovered alive. I believe it is my duty to bring this man to justice for what he's done to our city. I will not rest. This city will not rest.
The city?
Eric Reed is held accountable.
Because it's not that big of an event, okay. Epic music build up. Oh, he looks creepy. A threat.
Hey guys, hate to interrupt, but I'm kind of getting a weird feedback at.
Where is Eric Reed?
Should call him Eric Steele.
Let's see what we're working with.
Or Eric Dragon. Totally worth it. So cheesy. I love it.
It's beautiful. I'm gonna shed a tear. It's gonna be a fake tear, but I'm still gonna shed it. Oh, look at it.
Here, let's move this over to this one. Switch windows here. That way it doesn't look like I'm looking off to the side. Ooh, what's this?
Congratulations. You are worthy. And remember, reality is cursed.
Choose or die. Oh, did his head explode?
You're not special. You are fired.
Alright, well, we can't switch shield too much because that's definitely copyrighted. So what's going on in the world today? I figured too this would be a good reserve to actually try to catch up on things. So might as well just get the big one out of the way, right? Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. Look at all that shit. I love it.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Oh, see, okay. They're both laughing. Made that joke about G.I. Jane.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Now, oh, whoops, that's not his wife. That's his wife right there. Whoopsies. So she does not, she can tell she does not like it. Will Smith's laughing, though. I'm just trying to see if there's any moment where you can see Will look over, because it's like humans are pretty predictable. So either he's laughing and he's angry already, like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna break the fuck out of you. Or he's laughing, not thinking anything of it until he sees his wife is upset, and he's like, oh, fuck, and decides to fuck him up. Or he sees his wife is upset, she says something, and he's like, fuck, now I do have to do something because she wants me to. So, either way, at the end of the day, Will Smith doesn't get to walk away being okay with what he does next.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
What a slip. What a slap.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
You know, if Will didn't say anything, if Will did not say anything, we would not have known this was real until way after the Oscars. Well, even then with this, people were speculating, oh, is this staged? Is this staged? Is this staged? No, it's not. It should be obvious. It's pretty obvious when he starts screaming at him.
Out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay?
Listen, look at that look at that gleam in his eyes.
I'm going to, okay? I could, oh, okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Really did collect himself after that too. The other thing is too is when it came to his speech, when he mentioned about how you gotta take all this shit and smile and nod, it did kind of make me think of like what kind of shit him and his wife are dealing with on a daily basis, and maybe this was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Again, nothing that can be said or done will have him walk away with this being okay. It's just another factor in it, right? Like you can have like all these terrible things happen to a person. They keep things together. Oh, the house is being foreclosed on. The car is being repossessed, and it's and okay, all right, everything's fine, and then someone drops a pencil on the floor, and that's when you freak out. That could be what's going on here. Who knows, right? There's only so many angles, so many analysis you can take for it. I did like some of the memes that came out from it, like this one. Harmless jokes are not an option, G.I. Jane 2. See, I think Chris Rock should have gotten smacked because he was making a G.I. Jane joke. You know, a movie that came out in 1997. So that makes it 25 years old. Who's seen that movie? Who even talks about that fucking movie? Of all the movies that keep getting brought up, like that's never recommended to me. I like this one. Got the anime going on. The Minecraft. There's gotta be more than this now. Oscar Combat. I really like this one. That one was definitely worth it. Well, let's see if we can find any more ones. Will Smith, Chris Rock memes. Alright, get some music in the background here. Yeah. I got the got the Batman and Robin. Man, people are fast when it comes to this the art pieces here. Wish I had time for that. Special fight night. Oh god. Ain't heard of me? That does not sit well with Chris. What? Oh, it's because we're not using Google. I was gonna say, this seems to be lacking. Now let's see what Jim Carrey had to say about it.
You watched it unfold, and then what happened after?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle.
Yeah, it would have been a fucking media frenzy. And no one would shut up about it then, for sure.
I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you know, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
No, I agree. I think we all agree on that. I just thought, Jim, that it escalated to that. You know what I mean? That it escalated to that level.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't, you know, I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment last night. You know, a lot of people worked really hard to get to that place and to have their moment in the sun and to get their award for the really hard work they did. And it is no mean feat to go through all the stuff you have to go through when you're nominated for an Oscar. It's a gauntlet of devotion that you have to do. And you know, it was just a selfish moment that cast a pall over the whole thing.
Yeah, may have had my disagreements with Jim Carrey and his fucking take on Kick-Ass too, but damn. The way the US fear nipples, you'd think they were packed with buckshot. Let's see. I like Paul's take. Pretty sure Will Smith ended working the crowd in stand-up comedy. Now every roid-up rage beast with a date has a green light to hop the stage and attack anyone who mentions them. Snatch that Oscar and give it to someone who's an adult. Yeah, it's pretty easy. If anyone else did that, we'd be arrested. We'd be fucked. We'd be done. Alright. What else we got going on here? My husband Kieran linked this to me. I thought this was funny. Whoa. Don't blow the load here too soon. Scientists describe a dinosaur's butthole in exquisite detail. When a dog-sized Pistachosaurus was living out its days on Earth, it was probably concerned with mating, eating, and not being killed by other dinosaurs. It would never have crossed its mind that 120 million years or so, scientists would be peering intensely up its clacker. I noticed the cloaca several years ago after we had reconstructed the color patterns of this dinosaur using a remarkable fossil on display at the Schneckenberg Museum in Germany. Senckenberg. I like how they describe it here. Exquisitely detailed description of a non-avian dinosaur's cloaca, the catch-all hole used for peeing, pooping, mating, and laying eggs. The Swiss Army knife of buttholes. Most commonly found with birds, amphibians, reptiles, and even a few mammals. I don't know which mammals have that. Seems nasty. Everything comes out the same end. So there's the blown up detail. In case you wanted to, for all you artists out there, and you wanted a good look at it. The cloaca vent and how it might have once looked. Oh, and here's all the comparisons. Good job there. It's nice to know you got the O face, the smileys, the frowns, the deceptive vagina, the slotted, the gaping maw, and the slit. For lack of sound, this is a very understudied region of dinosaur anatomy, and only by examining a wide range of dinosaur cloaca can we learn about how they function in the social and reproductive lives of these ancient animals. No doubt other paleontologists are on the lookout for fossilized buttholes to try to fill this gap, no pun intended, or in our understanding of dinosaur life. It's one of those aspects that's completely unexplored. We need they just need to call up a few furries, really, and they'd probably get a better idea. Now, if that really gets you hot and bothered, if that turns you on, well, there's a company that offers you pods to masturbate in, complete with VR headsets. Cyprus-based adult website Strip Chat installed 4 pods for its 200 employees that will allow them 30-minute paid breaks during work hours to make use of the pods. The jacket pods is to help employees cope with the stress of COVID-19 pandemic conditions. So is that what they actually look like? Nah, come on. Look like futuristic balls equipped with 4K screens, Oculus Quest VR headsets, tissues, and a comfortable chair to masturbate in. It will also not be BYOL, as lube will be provided by the employer. They're not the first. Erica Lust Films, who employs 36 members of staff, began letting staff have 30-minute masturbation breaks. Due to the agitation people were feeling during the pandemic. Well, I imagine just that in the work environment. I mean, if you're dealing with like porn and it's actually something you're into, yeah, I can see how that gets you hot and bothered and irritated. You gotta relieve that stress somehow. That's a funny story. Well, one of the things I wanted to focus on was this Candace Taylor. The furry days are over when I'm governor. Public schools for academics, not fairy tales. This blew up. This blew up big. Hilariously big. The thing about this is that this is related to a huge thing that's going on. In fact, why don't we pull up some of that. Let's see. Let's get a load of Satan's Tool here. Whoops, that's not it. Jesus Christ. Satan's Slaves? Right Wing Watch. That's what I want. There we are.
The word Corona equals 666.
Since when?
So if you go to Google real quick, if you pull it up on the screen real quick and just pull up Google, and you search for the Google Chrome logo, the Google Chrome logo under, remember, Yuval Noah Harari is now the prophet of Silicon Valley. Under his leadership, they changed the logo to be 666. The Google Chrome logo is 666. And the Google Chrome logo is 666. So people always say, well, you got to trust Google. How many of you had people say this? Well, Google says. So the Google Chrome logo is 666. Now, the day one that Biden...
God, can you not... Can you not help yourselves? Like, do you think they deliberately came up with that? Like, let's we gotta low key pass the 666 number onto people. How are we gonna do that? Great design there, Bob. Your years in liberal college to learn graphic design is paying off today, brother. Hail Satan.
Day one that Biden...
But of course, then he would say, like, well, they're doing it subconsciously because they're not of God. It's like, God damn, man.
...got in office. He asked for $6.5 billion to start a new department, a new agency.
That's not 666. That's 6.5 billion.
Of the United States government. And that agency, type in HR 6666, there's 4 sixes, is to do surveillance under the skin and to be able to arrest you for pre-crime.
Isn't that what you guys want to do? You're the ones that always say that your impure thoughts can send you to hell. Fuck me.
And the guy
Christians say that all the time. You have to, if you have impure thoughts, it's the same as doing the fucking deed itself. It's what threw me in my guilt trips for like a good 10 or 15 years. Wasted all that goddamn time.
Tapped to be the head of that agency was Jeffrey Epstein's partner. So you just type in HR 6666 HR and then 4 sixes and click on it. There he is.
Oh, now we're 4 sixes? Is it 3 or 4?
All right. So look at that. HR 6666.
Yeah, that's 4 though. It's not 3.
So, again, COVID pop quiz stands for vaccination, ID, AI. That's what it is. Google Chrome logo is 666. That's what it is. If you look next time you use Google, just know you're using Satan's filter.
Satan's filter.
Seriously. It's very important to know that. Also, Google Chrome, okay? It's called the Chrome is the name of the logo. Chrome is the name of the search engine. It's powered by an operating system called Adreno. Adreno Chrome. You're using Satan's tool every time you use Google.
Boy, I'm so glad we stopped doing talks about atheism in the mainstream. Fuck. Ooh, new music video from Insane Clown Posse. But anyways, this furry bitch. Let's talk about Candace Taylor here. See what she's all about.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer.
Oh my god, stop. What the fuck? I can't pause it by clicking on it. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. So this all started off with a rumor. Not even a rumor, probably a plant from right-wing activists. Going on with this anti-trans narrative. Hello, Clarkson. How's it going? So anyways, yeah, the school districts were holding school board meetings, and some people started spreading this idea that schools were accommodating furry children by having litter boxes, lowered seating, giving them a pass when it comes to homework because they have paws and not hands. They're paw impaired. Of course, this was not happening anywhere. The school principals in these local areas in Michigan and Wisconsin had to come out and say, no, this is not happening. This is complete and utter nonsense. But because it's Facebook and old people still live, they're going to look at it and think it's true. And so now we got a bunch of people thinking that furries are taking over schools and that schools are accommodating for them. It's just another low-key, dog whistle way to go on an anti-trans rant.
The agenda that is being pushed through our schools is just my opinion, but somewhat nefarious.
Schools in Asia don't have any seating. Yeah.
Some of the
I think I have to boost this.
So let's talk about furries.
Claim kids were going to the bathroom in litter boxes at
Still
school.
wrapping my brain around this a little bit, but yesterday
Do you have a brain?
I heard something.
You heard something.
And
From where?
I was stunned. And
Where did you hear it from?
I am equally stunned and a
Now I
little
gotta look. I gotta know where this
a little
bitch
bit
heard this from.
curious. I would even use that word, but I want to talk about the fact that, and I know this is going on nationwide, so it is not just for your.
How do you know it's going nationwide? You just said you heard something. How do you know? Fuck.
But our community needs to understand that the
What's with school board meetings being this epicenter of crazy, stupid bullshit? Now I know why. Now I know my parents were pretty much normal because I don't remember them going to any of them. Maybe some parent-teacher conference meetings, and that's about it. Knowing where their kids are at.
The agenda that is being pushed through our schools is just my opinion, but somewhat nefarious.
I don't have facts to back this up, but
activities. So let's talk about furries. It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats. And I am really disturbed by that. And I will do some more investigation on that. I know what's going on nationwide.
probably should have done that before you came here.
Part of the agenda that's being pushed. I don't
What's the agenda?
want to understand it.
What's...
But I think that people need to be aware of it because I am really upset as a parent that my child is put in an environment like that. And, you know, I'm all for creativity and imagination.
No, you're not.
Someone lives in a fantasy world and expects other people to go along with
Says the person that reads the fucking Bible.
it. I have a problem with that. So I'm just putting that out there. I will investigate more. This whole furry thing has just got me, I'm staying calm, but I'm not happy about it. And it's happened on your watch, and I don't understand it.
It then blew up in pockets of right-wing media. Kids who identify as furries get a litter box in school bathroom. Parent heroes will take back our schools. Wow, they just assume it's true. Even shared by one of the co-chair of the Michigan Republican Party. What a fucking idiot. They'll believe anything. There's always going to be this huge crowd of people that believe the first thing that they hear and want to go along with it because it strokes their false sense of awareness of nefarious things going on in their world. There's no truth whatsoever to this false statement, accusation. There have never been litter boxes within MPS schools. Oh, I guess that's not good enough. He's part of the conspiracy now. I feel a great source of disappointment that I felt the necessity to communicate this message to you. Yeah, the main emphasis will be to educate community's children. I wish I knew what the response is to that shit. So yeah, that blew up, and so now we got this fucking bitch here, Candace Taylor, who's like, yeah,
in Georgia.
When I'm in office, the furry days are over. Governor for Georgia, everybody. I liked how everyone was responding here. Let's see, we got this one. We got people using it to advertise. We got the Cum Pizza Furry. I like this guy, Trias Anubis. Yeah, article about the furry scientists, about COVID. Furries make the internet go. I guess this is probably pilots doing RP shit. Hello, Ovu. Do you RP? Nuzzles your bulge? Yes, I love it. Oh, it contains nudity. I'm glad it was flagged. I'm just gonna put this over here, see if I can actually get it by. Nope. It's a practicing Catholic. That tweet is not very holy of you. I feel someone in the furry community should legitimately try running for mayor, governor, or president. They did. They got outed. They stepped down. Furries don't need politicians cheapening their brand. What? What does that fucking mean? It's so fucked. Why the fuck would you resign? What a coward. Don't fucking tell me what to tweet on Twitter. Alright, let's see what Candace Taylor's about here, right? I'm thinking about doing an art piece on here. Alright. Candidate for We the People. Already hate her. Save Georgia. Save Georgia from fucking what? Jesus, guns, and babies. Is that what you're gonna save Georgia from? Jesus, guns, and babies? I hope so. Morality over money. Morality is bullshit. Completely fucking made up. It's subjective. Oh, election reform. I'm the only candidate fighting for election integrity. Even though we haven't had election fraud in God knows how many years, and the amount that we've had so far has been mainly Republicans. I will secure elections by removing absentee ballots, Dominion machines, and drop boxes. The people of Georgia want paper ballots, so everyone has to go to a fucking office and wait in line. Give me a fucking break, you dumb cunt. Immigration. Quit handcuffing our immigration and customs enforcement officers. No sanctuary cities or counties in Georgia. Protect the ports of entry. Let's see. Where does Georgia sit? Where does Georgia sit, really? Okay, I guess you got that little entry point in the ocean. But that's about it. What the fuck you talking about? They have to get through Florida first, and Alabama, and South Carolina, and Tennessee first. Critical race theory, comprehensive sex education, and social and emotional learning have no place in our Georgia schools. What is fucking social emotional learning? Like empathy? You don't have you don't have any room for teaching empathy in your schools? What the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, it's an actual thing. Education practice that integrates social and emotional skills into school curriculum. Oh man, that sounds fucking sinister as fuck. That sounds evil. That sounds super evil. It's an ad. It's an ad. Give me a fucking wiki article on it. Social skills, self-awareness, emotional management, responsible decision-making, and relationship skills that students need to succeed in every stage of their lives. Let's see if we can poke her a bit, huh? I want to poke her on some of this shit. How is this bad? We can get rid of the, there we go. That was perfect. Look at that. Perfect size for Twitter. Comprehensive sex education. Well, there is a state that doesn't have a lot of sex education. It's called Texas, and they have the highest repeat teen pregnancy rate. Highest repeat teen pregnancy rate with teens with multiple kids. I wonder if that's still true. It's been a while. Teen birth rates in the nation. More sexually active than other teens. Go figure. Yeah, 2020. Not even that long ago still. Critical race theory is just something that's taught mainly in law school. But they're now trying to say that any kind of teachings of anything that's racist is bad. Pro-life, of course. Jesus came to bring abundant life. I think we have an abundance of life. There's billions of people on the fucking planet, you dumb cunt. Our workforce is powerful. No, it's not. If it was, we'd have more unions. Focus Georgetown. Infrastructure and economic development across the state. One of the largest industries in our state economy is farming. Not only is agriculture vital to the well-being and survival of Georgians and the world, really, but 1/7 of the jobs in the state are in the farming sector. I'll give farmers the attention and aid that they deserve, because without them, there would be no Georgia. Oh, okay. There's one thing I can get behind there. Farmers should get paid more. Gun rights. No one's going to take your fucking guns away, you dumb fuck. Let's listen to her voice.
Thank y'all for coming today. I thought that it was fitting to announce a run
Well, her accent really is fucking telling.
for this big seat where I was born and raised and where I've served for 18 years in public school education, my community here in Baxley. And so the past year,
You ain't gonna
we
make
have
shit.
had the worst of the worst in our country and in our state. And it's going to be the catalyst for what we never want to happen again. We want our votes to count.
They do. They already do. So I'm glad we're over that now. Next.
We want to know when we go vote, we get who we want. And we want to go vote for people that represent us. And I want to be represented by...
I want to be represented by a billionaire, blonde-haired, orange-tanned demon of a human being.
somebody who is like me. And
No, I don't want anyone that's like you. You already sound like a piece of shit.
like you. And not somebody who's going to be bought off by special interests and law.
You already are spot off by special interests. They're the ones that prop people like you up. If you follow your fucking money, I wonder. What organizations are giving you fucking money?
And China and Hollywood.
If it was up to fucking Republicans, you wouldn't be in this fucking race. You'd be in the kitchen. Being a broodmare for the state. That's what you'd be there for. You wouldn't be able to vote. It's not even been... It's only... Well, it's been just 100 years now that women have been able to vote.
I am proud to be Georgia grown. We are the 8th biggest, strongest economy in the United States of America. It is a shame that our state has been on national news and look like we are the state that is hurting the republic. We have had enough. I have been all over the state for 159 counties, and I have heard from the people. And the people want change. They want real. They want relatable. I know what it's like to live on a budget. I know what it's like to raise a family. And I'm going to run for this seat to represent you. You deserve to be represented.
Yeah. Fucking platitudes. Empty fucking platitudes. I mean, that's what you run. That's how you're running. That's how any politician would ever run on. You know, I represent you. I'm here to represent you. What politician is going to say that? Give me a fucking break. How about like talk? How about someone who actually comes on there and has some passion and anger about what the fuck's going on in this goddamn world, let alone your state. Just the fucking same fucking positions that we've heard a million fucking times. It's just like when Biden did his little State of the Union address and he's like, we're gonna improve healthcare, we're gonna improve education and workforce environments, and it's like you're gonna win. Look at this. This bitch can't even fucking construct the goddamn pamphlet the right way. We got Paint Georgia Taylor red, bus tour, over the fucking dates. And it's saved in JPEG, so it's compressed to hell. Yeah, you really are. You're really in line to become governor. Can't even fucking Photoshop. That's called they still haven't agreed to have us in the debate. Georgia's refusing Candace Taylor participation in the televised debate with Kemp and Purdue scheduled for April. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, you poor girl. I was gonna do some kind of art piece or something like that, but I don't have time for that. I gotta work on my reference for my fursuit, so I can come into the real world here. She was born and raised in an ice cream factory. It's all that fried chicken and fried ice cream and fried pickles and fried burgers. Everything is deep fried in Georgia. Oh, let's look at her Facebook. Constitution, fishing, and Candace Taylor. Oh, we got a song?
She don't go hunting, but I hunt enough for both of us. Fishing enough for both of us. Don't worry about none of that, I got it covered. But she loves this nation enough for all of us to earn our vote and have our trust. She'll do anything it takes to make things right. When you vote for governor, just can't stay in love.
Put that fish right in the camera.
She's on our
Poor thing's not even alive, so they're just like waiting for it.
side. It's about time. Yeah, it's about time we had somebody run for office that'll be a true servant and a trustee of the people. See, that's what's in the Constitution, and that's what we need to bring this country back together. Somebody like Candace Taylor, the one we've been waiting for.
Someone to bring the country back together. God, don't they ever get tired of the same talking points? I'm in my 30s and I've seen the same shit play out so many times. Then again, I guess they are just counting on anyone, 5 years younger than me and below to not be used to this shit already. Gonna play out the same bullshit over and over again. What we got here?
Hey, Eklund County. I'm so excited to get to the interview today.
I can't even hear you. I can't even fucking hear you. Wait. Paper ballots, thumbprint recognition, and photo ID. Okay. Unfortunately, Georgia crossed that personal freedom line several years ago when they began to require a thumbprint scan to gain a driver's license. So many unconstitutional things happen to us every day. We need paper ballots and same-day voting counting. Oh, and to return our constitutional republic. What the fuck are you talking about? Wait. So you want, like, paper ballots and you want to eliminate election fraud. So, but you're against things that could potentially secure the identities of people even more with thumbprints. What the fuck does that even mean? Why is that even a problem? Thumbprint scan to gain a driver's license. You mean I can't just run in and get one? I don't get it. I hope I never see this. I hope this girl just drops out and I just never see her again. Oh, that's her husband? Okay. That explains a lot. So there's really nothing to her. There's nothing unique. She's not even worth my fucking time to like make any more jokes about her when it comes to like doing any kind of artwork or anything. Unless she gets bigger somehow, I ain't gonna pay any more attention to her after this. It was fun with all the memes and everything. I made the joke, like, I just, like, picture her being surrounded by a bunch of buff tigers and wolves with big bulges. Oh no, the furry days have just begun. See any tweets from her recently? The greenest form of energy we have is nuclear energy, yet the Democrats never talk about it. Wonder why. It doesn't line up with their agenda. What the fuck is their agenda when it comes to energy then? Suck a beefy fart right directly on my asshole. Don't fucking move. What the fuck? I love it. Alright, Candace Taylor, how about we store the waste in your town of Baxley? Does that sound sustainable to you? What's the agenda then? In regards to green energy. Just harvesting sun energy. Oh no, she'll pull a bunch of fucking bullshit about solar panels and windmills. I just want, yeah, you know, maybe we should just leave it at that. See if we can poke her a little bit. What's the agenda in regards to green energy then? They'd be like, who cares about taxes and financial situations? Just go fishing. Yeah, just go fishing. They'd be the kind of people to harpoon a goldfish. God put this earth for us to use its resources to the point of exhaustion. You know, and God's not going to let the earth be destroyed. That's his business. That only happens when he comes here. There's also the option of fusion. Like, we don't even have to use radioactive nuclear energy anymore. There's a breakthrough in China's technology when it comes to using fusion. Husband will spend the state's tax money on guns and mow down the local wildlife. Coming soon, the Georgia Wildlife Cleanup Festival. Free reign on killing anything that has 4 legs. And anything that has 2 legs and is brown. Anything with 4 legs or any brown thing with 2 legs, better be watching out. Like there was a state that put a hunting license out for wolves, and their population went from like 500 to like 100 in like a week because people weren't reporting every kill that they made, and they nearly destroyed the entire wolf population. Like, it was just supposed to be for like a population control thing. It's so fucked to me. Like, we have billions of people on the planet, and it's like all the animal species that are around. People complain that there's too many of X wildlife around, and it's like, well, how many are there? There's like 100, 200 wolves, 500, few thousand tigers and lions. The elephants are in the hundreds, dolphins. Can't even fill a city. It's worth of people if you bunched them all up. It's hysterical. Oh, you know what? I got time for one more here. Let's see what Genesius Wolf is up to. Blow up the lake. The lake floods a town, burn down a forest, roll coal across the highway, cause a crash, and that be their organized event. Yeah. Genesius Wolf is one of these weird Puritan furries. Like, you can be a furry, but you gotta be clean. You gotta be perfectly clean. Hello, Mason. Mason Alson. Okay. Aslan. Mason Aslan. Anyway, so Genesius Wolf is one of these Puritan furries. You gotta be clean. You gotta be Christian. He's a Christian, naturally. If this Georgia woman was going to be a furry, she'd be Genesius Wolf. There you go. It'll be guns, Jesus, and whatever. And whatever triggers the libs. Now, let's see what he's up to. Let's just try emotional commercials are awful. Try one of these. Your intro's too long already. Cut it down. Oh, boo. Boo. Where's the rest of your fursuit, man? Don't you have hands? What you do, shave it all off? Trying to see, look, he's even trying to Uncle Tom his way into the human world. Making himself more acceptable by shaving off his fur, making him look more human.
Racism is cured. Luckily, most of you have probably purged it from your memory, but quite a while ago there was this just absolutely dreadful and unbelievably insulting commercial that came out by our boys Pepsi.
Yeah, it's not worth that much emotional investment. It's a corporate commercial. I really don't give a shit what corporations do. No one does.
It was universally condemned by both the left and the right for being just absolutely just stupid and ridiculous. But a universal complaint by both sides that people agreed on was, wow, Pepsi's marketing team put this thing together and actually thought people are going to watch this and completely ignore that we don't give a shit about social justice, that we don't give a shit about racial equality or any of these other things. They got my noggin jogging. Why is this reaction not universal for every other commercial that does this? That was not the...
That is kind of the reaction, because most of this, it's not worth a reaction. That was a Super Bowl commercial that had millions of dollars behind it.
First commercial like that to be made. There are plenty of commercials that really try to pull at your heartstrings while ignoring the fact that what they do or what they make or what they sell at all is detrimental to you and the people who work really hard to get it to you. A fantastic early example. I remember, I think this came out like 2010, 2009. This is older by, 21st century standards. And it was a commercial by a Michigan chemical company everyone's probably heard of, about how, oh, well, we believe in, people, the human element.
Nothing is more fundamental. Nothing more elemental.
One kind of good little life advice from your boy Genesius to you: when the substance is not what they're selling, you know that they're lying to you. Now that good old Dow Jones commercial.
Well, corporations are never your friend.
Aren't those the same people that, gave hundreds of thousands of people cancer and birth defects, and they acquired a company that was related to an enormous chemical disaster, and they're not treating the plant site or helping any of the people who were affected by the disaster in any way? If Dow were actually quite honest about that in their commercials, that human element commercial would probably look something a little more like this.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's changed a little bit. I'm actually kind of digging it.
Natural beauty. Plants. Wildlife. These are what...
I'm still keeping in my mind, though, that he's got this fucking tinge against anyone who's sexual. Anyone who enjoys drugs. Oh, wait, no, he enjoys drugs. He smokes weed just fine. He doesn't care about that. Catholic, not Christian. My bad. Even though they're the same. That's why Coke is better. Yeah. Pepsi does suck.
If they didn't exist, then what would we kill? People? Yeah, sure, we can do that too. But people don't grow back, so we get in trouble for that. We believe in the human element, because without this element, we wouldn't extract an even more important element: money. It's this human element and money element we need to live our lives of luxury. With this money, we can make our lake grow back. Just kidding. The taxpayers are going to do that, not us. Why would we pay to rebuild the dam on the lake that we live on when we could have the people who don't live on it pay for it? Duh.
Yep.
Chemtrails are real. And we make them.
So essentially, these commercials serve a much greater function than actually selling the product. What they're really doing is trying to mitigate their optic. They don't want you to see them for these soul-sucking vampire companies that they really are. They want you to see.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, I mean, this is basic stuff that you learn, that you kind of figure out when you're a teenager.
To get around robots, pregnant women, having stillborn, or I came back to Amazon warehouse and I realized I have a family here, or something like that.
Friends and your coworkers become your own work family. You need to make sure that you take care of your...
How much you want to bet he's against unions? I'm gonna be, I don't know. I don't know, maybe he's not anymore. Maybe he has actually changed.
Mental health.
I don't know if that person was either broken beyond belief by the company or just a really good actor, but that is what a shallow f***ing role to play.
The reason why I'm a little hard on him is because, he helped me out with some videos. So, I take a look at his work. And, I just think that he could be doing better. Or maybe he is doing better now. He would do all these rants about how furries shouldn't be open about their sexuality, about what they're doing, dressing up in hup hoods. And yet, he arranges to cheat on his boyfriend, have fursuit orgies, and have porn drawn of his character, all the while ranting against it. So that was like the big contention a lot of people had with this guy, and that's why he went away for a while. So we'll see. I mean, he's got the basics down here when it comes to corporations not being your friend. Okay, yeah, this is good for your
Amazon is notorious
growing
for
person.
their employees pissing in bottles because you can't go take a break. You're in these isolated wage cages you have to use to around robots.
We know that.
Pregnant women, having stillborn or miscarrying, in the UK in their warehouses. Like, they have all these constant problems with how they treat their employees because they treat them like robots that have no emotional connection, and their only purpose is to raise the stakes and raise the output.
Yeah, they could unionize.
They don't give a shit about their lives or how they're treated.
I mean, everyone knows the problems with Amazon at this point. I think it's just a matter of getting some kind of regulation or ordinances passed in your state, cities, whatever it takes to fucking put a little bit of a clamp down on them, so that they have to either hire actual employees and not contractors, because that's what they usually do, and put some better benefits and working conditions in there.
But they want you to think that they do, because it really just shows how antithetic Amazon really is. So then you also have people like Walmart who they will use a slight bit of truth in their advertising, but for the most part they still don't really give a shit about you. Walmart's an interesting case, actually.
No kidding.
All we see in you is a spark. We see your spark in each nod, each smile.
Sam Walton once said, all I wanted to do was create a higher standard of living for the people of Arkansas. Because at the time that Walmart was created, and in many ways now, Arkansas had an extremely poor economy. People were just not living great. But the thing with Walmart is after Sam Walton passed away, which is when they really started to grow as a company, his kin are just the most stereotypes of rich people. Sam Walton, like many Arkansans, are actually very firm believers in environmentalism. And he had all this land in the greater Fayetteville area reserved. But as soon as he passed away, his children sold it all off, and now it's in the majority apartments and all that.
That's what happens when you have spoiled children. The Walt family could actually take care of at least 30% of the U.S. country. Like their basic needs. They have that much money, they could afford it. Just by themselves.
Is going. Walmart, they only give a shit about their bottom dollar. Something gorgeous, something that their father and their community wanted. They said, nah,
okay, that's pretty fucking...
what you're fucking up to.
It's all basic shit. I feel like no one needs to be educated on how bad corporations are at this point. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe there's like a whole new generation of teenagers that are like 15, 16, between the ages of 10 and 20 that are like, yeah, Walmart really cares. They're a great company. After they see those ads, like, I don't know, is anyone really sold by adverts anymore? See, the one thing I'm worried about is YouTubers that are going to be paid off to make videos about companies like they're good, but it comes off like a regular YouTube video. Like, I don't know, let's see. Yeah, like imagine, here we go, perfect. Imagine PewDiePie.
Being a shared workspace for up to 5,000 fleas? If you like being protected from fleas and ticks with Nexstar, take a nap. I think I can hear the ticks feeding. That sucks.
Start killing in minutes, for pet's sake.
Here are 5 things you need to know to start your day.
Oh my god, fuck the ads. Sorry about that.
Whoa!
So, like, imagine PewDiePie here doing a video like he normally does, right? And it's not like sponsored by just like a game or a video game company. It's sponsored by, like, I don't know, a Shell gas station. And like his whole video was just like this, talking about how great Shell is and how they really do care about people and stuff like that. I think if he did that, like if he was like bought off that way, and he didn't have to disclose that this was like this entire video of like 19 minutes was an advertisement. That's the next wave of advertisements going to be coming out. I think that could potentially sway people more than anything. That's the thing that people gotta be worried about. Well, I want to say worried. It's just, you know, just be aware of a possibility, right? If it's a video game, that's one thing. Like, and if it's an ad, it's obvious. Like, this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. We know that's an ad, and that ad exists just to bring awareness of that product, and that's it. It's not a review of the game. But if the entire video was about Raid Shadow Legends, and he wasn't saying this was sponsored in any way, that's a whole other different perception. He got angry that his body pillow was rejected. Yeah. What's this? My husband linked me something. Ooh, Ron Perlman. Dear Governor DeSantis.
Morning, Governor DeSantis. Ron here.
Okay, let me make sure this is the same. Oh yes. Fine, we'll do another topic here. So Ron DeSantis is the one who passed the Don't Say Gay bill. Oh fuck, this is fucked up. Actually, before we go into that, one thing here. This is just a small little thing. So Utah's governor vetoed this bill that was going to ban trans people from going into sports and any level of education. And he had this really great article written. He wrote okay, Utah bill, veto, governor response. This is good. This is probably the most base thing I've ever heard a Republican say when it comes to the trans. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck these articles trying to make me pay for this shit. That one doesn't load. Why is it not loading? There we go. Letter to the state's legislation. This is probably it. So I believe that fairness, protecting the integrity of women's sports. I know both of you are committed to these same ideals, and that we have worked very hard together to resolve the many issues. Let's see. So he basically broke it down too, not just the emotional aspect, but the statistics too. He's like, there's only so many trans people that live in this country, let alone this state. And this bill would only be affecting 4 people if I were to pass it. There it is. 75,000 high school kids are participating in high school sports in Utah. 4 transgender kids are playing high school sports. 1 transgender student is playing a girls' sport. 86% of trans youth reporting suicidality. 56% of trans youth having attempted suicide. 4 kids and only 1 of them playing girls' sports. That's what all this is about. 4 kids who aren't dominating or winning trophies or taking scholarships. 4 kids who are just trying to find some friends and feel like they are part of something. 4 kids trying to get through each day. Rarely has so much fear and anger been directed at so few. I don't understand what they are going through or why they feel the way they do, but I want them to live. And all the research shows that even a little acceptance and connection can reduce suicidality significantly. For that reason, as much as any other, I have taken this action and hope that we can continue to work together and find a better way. If a veto override occurs, I hope we can work to find ways to show these 4 kids that we love them and they have a place in our state. I recognize the political realities of my decision. It would be much easier and better for me to simply sign this bill. I have always tried to do what I feel is right, regardless of the consequences. Sometimes I don't get it right, and I do not fault those who disagree with me. But if you do disagree with me, I hope this letter helps you understand the reasons for my decision. Fucking amazing. But Utah overturned it. Overturned the bill, the veto bill, because it's Utah and they're full of Mormons. And apparently apparently this bill affects the one trans person playing girls' sports right now. From male to female. I'm glad the fucking state of Utah has their shit together. Meanwhile, Florida passes their bill, their Don't Say Gay bill, that won't let teachers or students be allowed to discuss anything related to gender, sexuality, queerness in any regards, from K through 3rd grade or whatever, or K through 12. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. It's just another window. It's another platitude for this governor to be like, oh, we're going to protect our children. What does Ron Perlman have to say? Good old Hellboy here.
Good morning, Governor DeSantis. Ron here. Don't say gay. Don't say as the first 2 words in a sentence spoken by a political leader of a state in the United States of America. Don't say. Don't fucking say, you fucking Nazi pig. Say. First Amendment. Read about it. Then run for office. You piece of shit.
I love him. The only thing that would make this better is if Henry Rollins came out with a statement. So a lot of the conservative response to this tweet arguing that the bill is sufficiently limited to not be discriminatory and prevent instruction, which frankly isn't really happening in any meaningful way. Meanwhile, these folks get emboldened. Is it worth it? Yeah, that's all it is. It's just bold bigotry. Let's see, what did I get linked here? I kind of want to end this soon so I can get back to work. Where?
Can you fill up the sous vide machine for me?
What? Can I what now?
Love you. Can you fill up the sous vide machine for me?
What temperature am I set it to?
I'll set it. Just fill it up.
Oh, okay.
Start it hot because I'm going to do chicken breasts.
So it's hot water?
Yeah.
Okay. What's this? So you sent me this article.
Oh, it's all these quotes from religious people about gay people. I tweeted it, actually.
Ah.
I fucking love you, Ron Perlman.
Alright. Say that for next week then.
I said I fucking love you, Ron Perlman.
Alright, well, that'll be it for today. Thanks for subscribing, Mason and Clarkson. I'll be back on Monday at 3. We'll make that the regular thing every week. Bye.